Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be checking out my travel rig / my fly rig. Let's get into it. So what is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. My name's Ray. I'm a guitar player here on YouTube. Happy Veterans Day if you're catching us at a live date. Shout out to all the veterans out there. Really appreciate you and what you guys do. And thank you to everybody who reached out to me and said kind words. That's awesome. That really made my day. So I'm off to a good start today. So thank you so much in advance. Now, why we're all here today, I want to showcase on camera 2 right now. If you take a look, my rig that I got set up in front of me. Now, as the title of this video suggests, and what I said in the intro, my fly rig. Yeah, so all of a sudden at the end of 2021, I'm the busiest guy I know, and I'm very stoked on that. But I gotta do a lot of travel. I'm gonna be in Nashville tomorrow, gonna be in Florida in like 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna be in LA and Brooklyn and New Jersey in like 3 weeks, like all in that same week. Anyway, I got a ton of stuff lined up that I can't wait to share with you all. But with the good comes the bad, and the bad is, unfortunately, a lot of traveling with guitar gear creates a lot of problems, right? So about a week ago, I was like brainstorming. I was like thinking about what I need to bring and what I need to travel with my analog rig. I was like, man, something's got to give. So what I came up with here and what I'm showcasing today is like a hybrid of an analog rig matched with a digital modeler. All right, so if you guys saw the video that I did yesterday on the Headrush, the MX5, I love this thing so much, but what I love about it the most is you can pair it with a real tube amplifier. So this right here is a V4 Kraken guitar amp from Victory. I'm very lucky enough to be called a Victory artist. And so what I'm doing here is I'm combining the best of both worlds. My new toy, the MX5, as my pedal board, quote unquote, going right into the input of my Kraken. So if you see here, I don't know how well this will translate. I think you can see it pretty well. Yeah. If I need to zoom in or whatever, I will. But basically, this is my quote-unquote pedal board. And all it is it's an overdrive, a noise gate, a chorus, a reverb, and an octave. Now, you guys know me pretty well, for those of you who watch my channel. I'm not a lead player. I don't really ever, have any sort of delays or anything like that. So, I never run anything into the effects loop of any amplifier. I just have no use for it, you know what I mean? So, all this is running right into the front of the guitar input on the Kraken, okay? The Kraken will be on channel 2 at all times because, again, I'm not one for dynamics and a whole bunch of different, changes in tone. I'm really just full on flat out most of the time anyway. So channel 2 is the high gain channel of this amplifier. And again, this is just going right into the input of that, okay? So the guitar I'm using today is my late 2020/2021 Gibson Les Paul Standard. And this is the one I'm going to be taking down to Nashville tomorrow. I got to hop on a flight here in about 15 hours or something like that. So quick turnaround for me. I got a busy day. But, I think it would be kind of cool, man, playing a Les Paul in the heart of Gibson land in Nashville, Tennessee. I think it makes sense, right? I think it would be kind of a cool little story and add a little bit of lore to this guitar. Give it some history, you know what I mean? So, that's what I'll be using for tomorrow and this weekend when I'm recording. But also, too, this rig will be what I'm using in California and in Florida and Brooklyn and New Jersey as well for the foreseeable future. You hear a whole bunch of different stories about horror stories with TSA, dismantling pedal boards and things like that, and shipping costs, this, that, and a third. I could take this pedal board and this amplifier and put it on my carry-on, and there's nothing really to dismantle here. So I'm trying to ease any sort of traveling anxiety or problems that may occur. And this is just extremely streamlined, and it just works for me. And last thing I'll say, and then I'll let you guys hear it, is I will also be using this rig with my baritone. Like I said, I'm gonna be flying out to LA. I'm doing some shows there and in Brooklyn as well. So I'll be using my Squier baritone, but this exact same rig will be what I'm using just for all this traveling. I'm an analog guy. I'm an old school guy at heart. Even though I'm not old at all. I'm still in my 20s, but I still love just the old school approach. I think there's something cool about it. But for the foreseeable future, this is my travel rig, my live rig. Now, enough rambling. I'm just going to jam real quick to showcase this guitar tuned to drop C sharp going into my pedal board, and I'll just toggle on and off some of the different pedals and let you guys hear what it sounds like, okay? So, my stock sound, my normal sound, we'll call it. is the overdrive and noise gate on all the time, and it sounds as follows. So I'll let you hear what the amp sounds like without the overdrive. So I don't have any hardware assigned on for the overdrive, so I have to manually turn it off instead of like a foot switch here, which is fine because like I always have the overdrive on anyway, but I'll A/B it real quick. So with it on, off. So I think it sounds super rad, man. It's so cool how like the MX-5 does the overdrive thing and does like, you know, what a and like a real pedal board would do, going right into the front of the amplifier. I think that's so sick, man. You know, I think it's really cool. Next up, we have a multi-chorus effect. You guys know me, I love chorus. It's kind of like my signature modulation effect, if I could be so bold. I just love chorus, man, like Zakk Wylde, John Petrucci, you know, somebody else who uses chorus. I ran out of ideas. Me, right? Let's just try this out. Ah. Does the chorus thing very, very well, man. I love it. And obviously, if you want, you guys can change, if you have an MX-5 or a headrush pedal board, you can change all the parameters. I'll be honest, man, I don't really even know what's going on in there. I kind of just twisted some, you know, knobs or whatever and just ran with it. So that works. That's awesome. Next up, we have a reverb, just kind of like just for ambient stuff. I love ambient stuff so much. It's like equally as fun as high gain stuff, in my opinion. Another thing I love about that is it like trails off. It like, again, sound like a broken record, but I love how it trails off there. And like, you know, when you cut the volume down, it doesn't just stop. You know, it sounds like the real thing. It's awesome. You know what I mean? And then lastly, we have an octave switch. I won't be using it for this iteration of recording and heading down to Nashville. This will be for Concrete Dream when we drop it down to double drop G as you do. But yeah, I mean, it just sounds fun. Like, I don't know, let's just come up with something real quick, something silly. about does it, man. This is just a quick little video, man, just showcasing what I'm going to be using to, you know, keep my mind at ease as best as possible. You know, ease of use. Shout out Headrush, man. I love Headrush stuff. And we've recently, you know, kind of connected, their team and I, and that's super cool, man. I'm very honored to even say that out loud. And shout out Victory, man. I'm very honored to be a Victory artist. You know, I absolutely love this, man. It's so fun to play with. It's so loud in real life, and you know, I dig it, man. It's so cool and just so compact. So this right here is such a streamlined rig, man. In comparison to what I use like when I'm not traveling, like a big giant dual rectifier and a real pedal board. There's something magical about that. However, it's not feasible and practical when you're traveling. So this right here is amazing. I could put this in a backpack and take a guitar on the plane and I'll be good to go. So very, very excited about this, and I'm very happy with the sounds. So everybody, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, man. I gotta wrap up this video. I gotta edit it, put it up today, and then I gotta head out. So just thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I love you guys. Thanks for always being so good to me. I'm out of here. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay metal. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.